Hi, my name's Brianna here at Books&Briars. Today I wanted to come to you and show you a... Fuck? Hi, my name's Brianna here at Books&Briars. Today I just wanted to give a quick video telling you what I'm going to be reading for the hashtag ayearathon readathon for October. This is a monthly readathon running in the first full week of each month, which means the October readathon runs from October 5th, today, until October 11th, next Sunday. I've actually filmed this video once before. Through a series of unfortunate events, that video is now gone. All of those events were completely controllable. I just failed to do so. And so now I'm refilming it. Go me. First week of being a booktuber, and this is what I'm doing. Yay! Anyway, the hashtag ayearathon readathon, it has a Facebook? No. Hashtag ayearathon readathon has a Goodreads group, which I will link in the description, where you can get all the details about the readathon and the themes for the coming months as well. So, this week I've picked 7 books that I want to read, 3 of which I have already started, and I am super excited to tell you what I'll be reading this week. However, because all of my books are ebooks, I don't have anything I can hold up and physically show you what books I'll be reading, nor have I quite figured out how to do the whole insert picture thing into my videos yet. I'll get to that eventually. But for now, all the links to the books that I mentioned will be in the description in order to the group reads. All the books that I mentioned will be linked below to their Goodreads page, so you can check them out if they sound interesting. First book I'm going to be reading is the group read for the month for the hashtag ayearathon group, and that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alary Sainz. I'm sure just about everyone has heard of this book. I know that I have heard about it nonstop since I first discovered BookTube about a year ago, and I've heard nothing but good things. I've been really excited to read it, and I'm glad to finally be getting to it. However, aside from the hype, I know absolutely nothing about this book. So I started reading it blind, and I am going to continue reading it blind, even though I'm currently on probably page 26. I haven't actually had much time to read yet today. Oh well. But I am really excited about this book, and so far I really enjoy it. Second book that I'm going to be reading this week, is Afflicted, a blind gay romance by Brandon Shire. I thought I forgot the title, but then I'm like, no, that's the title. So this book is, as the title says, a romance about a high-end male escort and a blind man. This is a Kindle book that I got probably for free, and so far I'm really enjoying it. But it is definitely an adult book, and there is some adult content, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. It's gotten mixed reviews, but I have hope. The third book I'm going to be reading is actually an audiobook that I am listening to, and that book is George by Alex Gino. This book, I started listening to it today, and oh my god, I was trying not to cry at work. This is so heart-wrenching. It's a book about a transgender girl. So everyone around her is calling her a boy and telling her that she's a boy, and it just is so hard to read, and it's so emotional. And this is also a middle grade book, so this girl is in 4th grade, and she is dealing with this, and oh, it's intense. I'm not that far into it, but I think I'm going to fly through this very quickly, and it's an audiobook, so I'm probably going to turn off this video and just continue listening to it. It's amazing. The 4th book I'm going to be reading is the 4th and 5th book. Pause. The 4th and 5th book I'm going to be reading this week are graphic novels in the same series. That is the Dark Earth series by X Aratare. This is a web-published manga, and the 4th book is called Legacy, and the 5th book, I think, is The Dark Rising? The Dark Legacy. No, Legacy is the 4th book. The Dark something. But this book is about a I'm kicking things. So the fourth and the fifth book I'm going to be reading are online manga in the same series. That is the Dark Earth series by Aristotle. I started this series back in May, and I greatly enjoyed the first 3 books that I read, so I'm happy to continue it. This is a book series about a teenage boy who discovers that he is a foundling child, and he's actually not human, but he belongs to a fairy world, and he goes to live with his grandfather, and his grandfather is like the head of this cult that's fighting against the fairies, and there's evil and demons and drama. And of course, he is destined to fall in love with the prince of the fairies. And so he's caught between worlds, and he's caught between family and love, and it's just kind of adorable, and each book is only about 130 pages of manga. So they're very quick reads, and I'll fly through them as soon as I get the time when I'm not at work. That is not work appropriate. Anyway, moving on. Book number 6 that I'm going to be reading is How Poetry Saved My Life, A Hustler's Memoir by Amber Dawn. As the title says, this is a memoir about Amber Dawn and her life, also in the title, as a hustler, and going from being thrown out, working on the streets, into having a successful life. And I'm really interested in this because not only is it just a memoir, but it's also a mixed media story of mixed prose and poetry. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's integrated. And speaking of poetry, the 7th book that I'm going to read is a book of poetry, and that is 15 Ways to... But the 7th and final book I'm going to be reading is, in fact, a book of poetry, and that is 15 Ways to Stay Alive by Daphne Gottlieb. Daphne Gottlieb is a very successful performance poet, and I am sincerely looking forward to reading some of her work. I haven't read much poetry this year, and I want to embrace that because I love poetry, and I just haven't read much of it, especially since I prefer reading poetry in a physical form, and I don't have any physical books with me, any physical poetry books. There are a few books here that are mostly for school, but I am looking forward to reading those and just enjoying it. So I'll probably read the first one tonight and continue reading them throughout the week. So that's it. Those are the 7 books that I want to read for this week's #ayearathon readathon. Let me know if you're participating. My voice is going out. I need to stop. Let me know if you're participating, and if you are, what you're reading. Give me some links in the comments, and tell me what you're most excited about for this readathon, or alternatively, what's your favorite LGBT book? That's all for now, so I'll see you next time. Goodbye!